Do you believe in university still?
No.
Did you go?
Yes.
What did you study?
Biochemistry and microbiology.
Have you ever done that in your career?
I did and got bored.
Wow. So you did 3 years at uni,
Yeah.
went into the career,
Yeah.
and then how long were you there?
For 3 years.
Yeah, and then
Oh,
how
for my
were you in the job?
About 2 years. But I think it's what you do at uni. Uni taught me a lot. You know, it gave me that bit of independence. I moved out for my second year. And the funny thing was I lived closer to uni, but I still wanted to move out and learn sort of how do you survive? How do you pay bills? How do you go shopping and etc. So, but I think university teaches you things, but do you want to come out with that amount of debt, especially now?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I went in 2005 to 2009, I think, and studied law. Never became a lawyer.
Yeah.
Came out with probably 13, 14 grand's worth of debt, which is a lot of money. But compared to if I did that same course now, I'd be coming out with 50 grand or 60 grand's worth of debt, just because the courses are so much more expensive, accommodation is so much more expensive.
Yeah.
And I didn't go into law.
Okay.
But I would say that, you know, it gave me a massive foundation of business in general and how business works.
Yeah.
The same with you, confidence, living on your own, living with friends, paying bills, managing. There is huge life skills there.
There are.
But not for 50 grand.
Not for 50 grand. That's a deposit on a flat somewhere.
Yeah.
I think, you know, I've got nieces and nephews who are looking into going, and I say to them, that's fine, do that, but think about what career you want to go into later on. But I'm going to give you an example. I employed somebody who did a PhD, and I was like, oh, okay, you did a PhD, so you're a doctor. How come, what was your PhD in? Some rocks somewhere, you know, and I was just shocked. I was like, you did a PhD on rocks and now I'm employing you. To me, just, you know, and the amount of debt he was telling me he was in, which was shocking. So I think it's just about sort of, what does your future look like? And I think young people aren't taught to, I'm very big sort of on planning, on visioning. And I don't think young people are taught to do that.
Yeah. Why did you do the course that you did? Like, did you believe you wanted to do that, or was it driven by parents?
Well, back in the day, it was either you be a doctor, a lawyer, or a dentist, or an accountant. Something really that was going to pay. It was money driven. They assumed those jobs were going to be easier than their lifestyle, and bring in more money.
Yeah.
After watching ER, it put me off medicine. I knew I wasn't going to be good in law because I'm not very sort of diplomatic, unfortunately. And it required a lot of reading. So, and I'm more of a people person. And I loved science. I really enjoyed biology. So I thought, well, what am I going to do? So I say to students, if you are going to do a degree, do something you enjoy.
Yeah.
Because you're going to come out with the best results. If you're going to do it, you have to give it all, you know, give it your all, because otherwise you're wasting your time and your money. So yeah, I just really enjoyed it. And it's helped me now because now I teach it.
Yeah. So it's in a weird way, it's kind of come full circle.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm so against university at the moment. And I just, people ask me, I get messages and I'm just like, unless you want to be a doctor or a dentist or a lawyer and there's a specific career that you have to do, the amount of money it costs is not, in my opinion, worth it now. You may as well go and get an apprenticeship. And
I agree.
Earn the money, work, and learn during the job, because in 3 years' time you'll have 3 years of work career behind you. You'll have been paid.
Absolutely.
You're already 3 years further up the line, and if you didn't enjoy it, and you know you've realised that whatever marketing wasn't for you, you just jack it in after 6 months and go and get a different apprenticeship doing something else. But at least you're still earning.
Yes.
Whereas if you go and do that in university, you know, you're 10 grand down for the year. Oh, I didn't really like that. I'll go and do something else. Oh, there's another 10 grand.
Yeah.
Like it just ramps up so quickly.
It does.
And then of course they're now changing how it's all paid back and interest, and I genuinely feel for students at the moment.
Yeah, it's a tough one right now for them. Yeah. But I think they just got to I think they need to provide sort of better role models or people who can advise them and guide them. And, you know, I totally agree about the whole university. And there are so many options. There are so many courses young people can do. I mean, I just say to my students, go travel, take some time out, go travel, go see the world. It will change your mind.
Yeah, that and I never had that gap year.
Neither did I.
And it's probably like if any regret in my life, I don't have any, but if I look back and said, oh, I wish I'd done something, I kind of wish I'd travelled more, especially at a young age when you didn't have kids and you haven't got a mortgage. You haven't got, like, when you've literally got no base and you can chuck all your stuff in a rucksack and just disappear. And you know, technology these days, like you can still keep in touch with family. It's not like you're out of contact for 6 months. You can still keep in contact. And it's relatively cheap.
It is, yeah.
Like I'm not saying it's £1, but like for a couple of grand you can go and live in Thailand for 6 months probably and survive, and you'll learn more doing that than you'll ever learn staying in your city.
Yeah.